Hi, I'm Lisa. Welcome to my channel. This is my random recipes. And muffin beats breakfast. Yes, it's true, I have another muffin recipe for you today. I'll try to keep the puns to a minimum. And yes, this is another recipe from my Grandma Ann's recipe collection. Today's recipe is Grandma Ann's blueberry sour cream muffins. I like a good blueberry muffin. The addition of sour cream should add a bit of tanginess to the recipe. Generally speaking, muffins go together rather quickly. They bake up in minutes, and that's why moms like them. And muffins are a nice handheld treat. They're sweet and they're yummy, and that's why people like to eat them. Muffins are great for breakfast, but they also make a nice snack. They go well with a cup of coffee, tea, or cocoa. They are good for any time of day. Not all comfort foods are for dinner. This recipe looks rather promising, so let's find out and we'll get to work. So just to begin with creaming together my shortening and my sugar. This is a half cup of shortening, and this is 3/4 cup of sugar. And this is the most time-consuming part of the whole recipe. Okay, I think we're about there. I think we're good. It says to add the eggs one at a time. One. Okay, that looks pretty well combined. Okay, next one. Just about smooth. Sometimes how you combine things is just as important as what you're combining. All right, and I'm supposed to add half a teaspoon vanilla. Just a little bit. Stir a little more. Next, we're going to move on to our dry ingredients. This is 2 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour. To that, we're going to add 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, and then 1/4 teaspoon of just regular salt. And we're going to sift those together. There we go. Okay, that's our flour, soda, and salt. To that, we are going to add, we're going to combine our wet ingredients to our dry ingredients. So I'm going to go this way because they have a bigger bowl here. I should get my spatula. And it says combine. I think I might have to go in with my hands. Make sure that I get all the flour combined. I don't want any little pockets of flour that are hanging out by themselves. So far, it's pretty basic set of ingredients. Nothing really out of the ordinary. Flour, sugar, shortening, vanilla, baking soda, salt. Okay. So now we're going to move on to our blueberries. I'm going to toss the blueberries with 2 tablespoons of flour. That just keeps the blueberries from sinking to the bottom, so that way they're equally distributed in the muffins. So this is 3/4 cup of sour cream. The sour cream should give the muffins some tanginess, but it also should add moisture. It's easier to tell when things are combined properly when you can feel it with your hands. And finally, we're going to add in our blueberries. So this is 1 cup of blueberries tossed with 2 tablespoons of just all-purpose flour. Okay, got a little bit left over. I'm going to be gentle folding them because we don't want them to be all smashed. They were frozen blueberries, so they're going to be a little bit softer than if they were fresh. There is our batter. This recipe does say it's supposed to make an even dozen, so I brought out 1 muffin tin. I have another ready just in case. It's kind of a firm dough, more of a dough than a batter. It looks like it might be more than a dozen. It is pretty thick. It's not really a batter, it's more of a dough. Okay, there's one. This kind of reminds me of a drop cookie dough. I have my oven preheated. This is going to get baked for 12 to 15 minutes at 450 degrees. I'm going to pause my camera. I'll be back when we're done. I'm back. So I let the muffins bake for about 16 and a half minutes. I checked them at 12, gave them a swap, went another 3 minutes. And right at 15, I just thought, well, they needed just a little more browning because they really don't, they don't brown up all that much. So I just gave it a little bit more so they'd be a little more brown on the top. I'll turn this down so you can see what I've got. So this is the final product. They're kind of light colored. That's why I left them in a little bit longer so they could kind of brown up a bit more. They're kind of craggy, they're kind of a thicker, more of a dough than a batter. Let's go ahead and do a sample. Take that one right there. I like it because it's kind of craggy and brown and crispy looking. We'll go ahead and do the big reveal. They're not real big. It's got a lot of blueberries in it. Cut this in half so we can see the inside. They didn't rise real big. There's lots of big blueberries. We'll try it without butter or anything on them. Try this little piece right here. A piece with a blueberry in it. I think they're kind of plain. Let's try it with a little butter. I was expecting a little more tanginess because of the sour cream. So we got a little bit of butter on there. I like the butter added to it. Just adds some creaminess to it. Not bad, they're just a little, they could use a little more flavor. I'm thinking maybe a little more salt maybe. I mean, I only had a half teaspoon, so maybe bump it up to a full teaspoon. Otherwise, they're not, the texture's nice. It's done through. So yeah, 16 and a half minutes was fine. I like the crispy kind of top. It's good when you get a burst of the blueberry. You know, blueberry muffins are always a favorite. They really are a classic. And with the addition of the sour cream, I would have thought they would have been a little more tangy, but I like it because it gives a little something extra, you know, just a little something unexpected. That does make its crumb is fairly tender. It is pretty soft. Next time I will be making one more muffin recipe. Just between you and me, it's one of my personal favorites. It was one from my mom. We'll talk more about that next time. So please join me for that. As lovely as muffins are, after next week, we will be taking a little break from the muffins, and I won't say what just yet. We'll let that be a little bit of a surprise. But I think you're gonna like it. I will, of course, include the ingredients and the preparation for this recipe in the description below. Hi, all right, you can have a bite. There, just a little one. If you have any questions for me, please feel free to reach out to me in the comments. You know, the question that you have might be the same question someone else is asking, so don't be afraid to reach out to me. I'd really like to hear from you. That'd be great. Please like and share my channel. I would really appreciate that. Have you subscribed to my channel yet? That would be great too. It's completely free, so there's no reason not to. Thanks for joining me on my journey. I look forward to seeing you again next time. Bye.